Welcome to Lessons in Life and Love with Riana Milne, where we show you how to have the positive mindset for success in all life areas, so you can grow beyond difficult transitions and evolve from those challenging moments that may have influenced your past but will not define your future. It's time to have the life you desire and the love you deserve, as we teach you the exact skills needed to attract and keep a lasting, emotionally healthy and conscious relationship. Now, please welcome your host, certified life, dating, and relationship coach, trauma professional, and best-selling author, Riana Milne.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Happy Monday. This is show number 33 of Lessons in Life and Love. I'm so happy to be here with you, and I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. I was able to see the amazing Barrett Jackson car show in West Palm Beach. Love, love, love the antique muscle cars. I'm a little bit of a tomboy and was in my glory. And I was pulled up to the VIP stage with a bunch of people as a good luck charm, and seeing those cars right in front of me and talking prices with the pros was really quite exciting for me. It was a little bonus I wasn't expecting. I met a new special friend yesterday who just said hello to me, and that was very cool. Friday was at the beautiful Delray Arts Affair, and that goes blocks and blocks and blocks. And I met so many great artisans with beautiful things that they've made. And I love talking to people about their art and seeing their talent. What's better than that? I am your life and love coach and transformation expert, Riana Milne, and I'm on a mission to change the way the world loves. And I hope you, my listeners, my angels of love, and my love transformers will help me spread the word on how to have conscious, loving, and respectful relationships. Tonight's topic, we are going into part 2 of creating your dream business. If you did not hear part 1, make sure you go into the archives at lessonsinlifeandlove.com. We had my amazing, fantastic podcast coach, John Lee Dumas, the one and only of EO Fire podcast, talking with me about what takes a mindset for success. How did he do over 2,000 shows in a couple of years to be one of the top podcasts of all time? And there's about 50,000 of them out there now. What led him to that journey despite the doubters and told him he was crazy, he'll never do it. And now, of course, he's making over 7 figures in podcast world, and he's also become a coach. He has been a great help to me launch this show, and he's just a really all-time great person. He and his partner Kate are very good in helping anyone that's interested in podcasting. So make sure you check out last week's show. Tonight we're going to go into a bunch of things. Let's see how far we get. Sometimes I get a little wordy, but we're going to go into your coaching topic. What is the hero's journey, and why is that important to use that? Online marketing tips, creating your social media, creating offers and programs, speaking professionally, growing your business, and leaving a legacy. And if we have time, I'm going to go into some highlights of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, the #1 business book of all time, always highlight in yellow. That's the kind of reader I am. So when I go back, I find the things that I really liked. Well, this book has so much yellow all over it. There's so much to share. Today's show is being brought to you by Audible. Audible is offering our listeners a free audio book with a 30-day trial membership. Just go to audibletrial.com/Riana and browse the unmatched selection of audio programs. Download a free title and start listening today. It's that easy. Go to audibletrial.com/Riana. Start off tonight with a lesson. It's called Be Thankful for All the Gifts That You've Been Given. And this is from a book by Blue Mountain Arts Collection called Always Believe in Yourself and Your Dreams. This writing is from Debbie O'Leman Fink. Know in your heart that you have the ability to become all you are capable of becoming. Forget problems that don't matter anymore and worries that will wash away on the shore of tomorrow. Determine your own worth by yourself and do not be dependent on another's judgment of you. Dare to dream and live those dreams, for then that you can begin to realize your true destiny. Live life fully with thankfulness and joy for all the gifts that you've been given. I don't always start off with a beginning lesson, but being that this is a special week, it's Holy Week. Those of us of the Christian faith, that's me included, are celebrating Easter, Good Friday, Palm Sunday, one of my favorite days in church. And then it's Passover this week for all my Jewish friends. So it's a very important week that really speaks of transformation and growth, living your dreams and believing in your own beliefs and not letting anybody change that passion and the desire that you have for your mission. I am here to teach you the exact skills you need to have a fantastic life and to attract and keep a fabulous partner, no matter your age, whether you're a man or a woman, or straight or LGBT, or if you're single or in an exclusive relationship, so that you can have the life you desire and the love relationship that you deserve. If this week you'd like to meet with me personally, then definitely apply for a Life and Love Transformation Discovery Session just by going to my website, rianamilne.com, fill out the pop-up form, and tell me your story. I'll be glad to help you, and we will get deep into what is going on for you and how to start your personal transformation. Remember to listen to all my shows. Just go to that podcast website, lessonsinlifeandlove.com, to get an education that builds your knowledge and life and love skills. And you can also now listen on Alexa too, on the daily lessons of life and love. And you can find my podcast on all the major apps, Spotify, iTunes, Stitchers, iHeart, Spreaker, Google Music, and there's more. So if you hear something that you know will benefit a friend or a loved one, please be an angel of love and share the show link and leave a comment and 5-star rating on the app of your choice. I am here to help you, and that's all I ask for in return. Thank you in advance. Let's dive into this topic. Last week, we did feature if you were interviewing and how to win the job. And I shared several stories of my interviews and how to do a job kit, which for me and my kids and my clients who come to me for job coaching, they always win their jobs with this. If you didn't hear it, like I said, go back and listen to it. But tonight we're going to go deeper into creating your own business. Now, if you want to be a coach, I mean, coaching seems to be all the rage. Why? Well, me, who is a psychotherapist, now I'm still have active licenses, and I'm going on my 20th years as a licensed mental health counselor and LPC, which is licensed professional counselor, 14 years in New Jersey out of Egg Harbor Township. And you're kind of stuck in a system. For me, I was really stuck in the insurance system, and a lot of people don't realize. People like me, a therapist, I don't know so much about the doctor's rates, but as a psychotherapist, I was only given a $5 per session raise in 18 years. And by that 18th year, I kind of was fed up with it. Every year I'd say, I'd like a raise, and they'd never give it to me. So it's like, fine, I'm quitting the system. And I decided to launch out on my own using the 7 Ds for success that we talked about last night: decision, desire, dedication, determination, devotion, and dare to dream. And the last one I added was drive. And the drive keeps you going even when the times get tough. If you decide you want to go out into your own business, or let's say you want to be a coach, it's very important you fill a niche that is not filled yet. For example, in my coaching, I specialize in those who have had past childhood or love trauma, a niche that was not filled when I opened my coaching program a few years ago. I could do, as a life and love coach, many different areas, and there's many, many life coaches and many love coaches out there. But due to my own story of what had happened in my life, it led me to the research to discover where one of my partners, who I love dearly, was sabotaging himself in many life areas, in his work, in his love relationships and friendships, and couldn't figure out why. And that's what led me to this research. I was so excited because it helped me heal and it helped me understand his pain more, which led me to the forgiveness of the situation that happened for us. I thought this was a very important mission to bring to the world, and I'm more passionate about it because it was something that helped me, and now I can turn it around and help others. So a niche is an area that is not yet filled. So if you're going to be a coach, you just can't be just a life coach. You've got to figure out what makes you different, what makes you unique. When I was a young girl, I worked for a radio station out of Philadelphia. Any of my Philly fans out there, I'd love to hear from you. There's 2 top radio stations, and it was WFIL radio, AM. FM was not even invented yet. And there was a group of models. We were called the Boss Chicks. Hey, does that age me or what? And we had this little uniform of hot pants and white go-go boots. It was a really great job. I worked with a lot of entertainers. I remember I was told pick up Alice Cooper at the airport. I danced on stage with Freddie Mercury at Night of the Opera concert at the Tower Theater in Philadelphia for the entire encore, just he and I. One time I was keeping a list of all the celebrities. John Lennon, I was able to meet him and introduce him to my brother. That was his idol. It was a really cool position to have for a teenager. The one thing I really admired my boss, he was brilliant in marketing. And I learned a lot about marketing from him. He always said, "Hun, you got to have a gimmick." And I'm thinking, okay, what does he mean by that? And he goes, you got to figure out what makes you different than anybody else and go with that. I always remembered that lesson. Even if you have a positions that many other have, always ask, how can I make my business, myself, be different? As a psychotherapist, okay, you go into most therapy office, they're kind of bland, the standard furniture. Maybe they have some pictures around. A lot have a ton of books. A lot I've seen were pretty sloppy. But me, when my clients came into my place, my office I had built behind my home in Egg Harbor Township, there was music playing, jazz music and candles. I offered fine coffees and teas. I had really nice but contemporary furniture that was really comfortable. My office was free of clutter. I did a loan system for my books. I have amazing books, a lot of spiritual self-help books, and people are always wanting to sign them out. So I allowed that. That way, I delivered counseling in a different way. Of course, I always had chocolates around. I don't know if you know, I had the job of Willy Wonka. I created a chocolate company when I was 24 years old that was called 24 Karat Candies. All natural chocolate. That's what made us different from every other chocolate company. I set up bus tours. We bought out Moran's chocolates that dated back to the 1850s. I found a basement full in West Philly, not in a very nice area of town. This is where the chocolate factory was. In the basement were all these cool artifacts from Paris, from Conrad Moran. I'm like, oh my gosh, let's open up a chocolate factory with bus tours. So there I go. I do it. The story of chocolate, slide projector for people to come in. I set it up with bus tours. We had several locations. I got us in the newspaper. I was on television. I was on the Captain Kangaroo show. I don't know if you remember that show. It was a child show. I was telling everyone, how do you make chocolate, and about the artifacts of Conrad Moran, who came over from Paris and opened up his chocolate company. We continued the story. You see, there's a lot of chocolate companies. What made ours different? What made my counseling practice different? What makes my coaching different? I'm always thinking, what is different? Now, one of my other businesses I started at 26 years old was my model and talent company. It was called Riana Model and Talent. And actually, that's when I really started using that name, Riana. This was before the singer was out there. It was a very unusual name. Nobody ever heard of it. And that was part of it. It's like, okay, who's ever heard of Riana? This is perfect. So my full name, Terriana, I just used Riana and opened the Modeling Promotions by Riana. And instead of being a typical modeling company where it's all fashion types, mine were commercial real people from ages 5 to 85. Now, if you look at your standard commercial on television, you see Lawn Boy, or that guy sitting on the lawnmower is a paid actor. Okay, he's got a headshot, he's got a comp card, he's got a resume, just like me and all my talent did. So we're everyday real people, but we know how to act. We know how to use our body properly for photography and for the movie camera and so on. But that's what I did. I opened up a commercial talent company, and we had all kinds of business in Erie, PA. And I can't tell you how many people said, you can't open a modeling company in Erie. Nobody will come. Nobody will hire you, because their mind was limited to thinking only fashion models. This is more a blue-collar town. I'm from Philly. And I said, I got it. I understand. And I would just smile and walk away, because they didn't know what I had in mind, and it didn't matter. So if you believe in your own dream, and that's why I like that writing, because my 7 Ds, it always says dare to dream, and this writing had in it, dare to dream. It all starts with a decision. I'm deciding to do something different. I am deciding to lose the typical counseling practice and go global in coaching instead of having a local office. This is what we also call thinking outside of the box, not being pigeonholed into what everybody else does. This was something even with my own children I've taught them to do, and I involved my kids very early in the business. Come to the business, help out. I would pay them to come and do filing, or have me pack up all the headshots that I had to mail out to the advertising agencies and so on. And they got to know everybody by first name. They became very social. I would ask them, What song should I use in this fashion show? What logo should I use for this? What tagline should I use? My tagline for my coaching is it's time to create the life you desire and have the love you deserve. That is my tagline. These were things I would ask my kids to help me with. They learned very early on, be different, be original, think outside of the box, have that gimmick or that niche that nobody else has. It's very exciting. I love business. I love talking business with people. Yeah, I am a bit of a tomboy, but I do love talking business concepts. Just keep that in mind as we go through these notes, okay? What can you do that's really different? And this is what I do for my clients that want help in business. This falls under life coaching. Life coaching of my programs are 50% and love coaching is 50%. But some will say, I want more parenting direction. And that's why I did a whole series, I think 3 or 4 shows on parenting that are now in the archives. Or I want to help do a business like you did, Riana. How did you get out there globally within just a few months? How did you do it? These are the things that I also coach my clients on when they have a dream. I help them really put it into a marketing situation where they can be different. As a matter of fact, I just got a beautiful email from one of my VIP diamonds, Oya, originally from Russia. Hi, sweetie pie, if you're listening. She came to me struggling with a very toxic relationship, and I helped her transition on from that. And then she wanted to start a business, and I helped her with a lot of marketing in her business. And she just emailed me that she has found new love. Her business is booming. She's so happy. Everything in her life has come full circle. And she just says, Riana, tell everyone about you and your books. Live and Love Beyond Your Dreams are amazing. This has changed my life. This is why I do it. It's such gratifying work. I do love the business that I do. So that's what you want to do. You want to go to work every day charged up, happy, passionate about what you do. And if you're not, that's the universe telling you it's time to do something that you really love. Okay. And if I can help you, you let me know about that. I do advise keep testimonials of your work that you have done for your clients. If you're someone that does any kind of creative work like painting or interior design, keep pictures of befores and afters. What do those rooms now look like? Get a letter from your clients that they are satisfied with the work that you've done. All my graduates do write me testimonials, which you can all read on my website, rianamilne.com. Those are like love letters to me. You know, when I read them, I get goosebumps, and I read them over time. Or if I'm in a really tough period growing my business, like building the online school, I'll pull them out. It's like, yes, this is why I'm doing this. Testimonials remind you how important your work is. Do always get testimonials. It'll make you feel really great. And it does help you to sell your product down the road, because people can go in there and read them and say, oh, this is what she does, or wow, this is how she's changed somebody's life. I get it now. I get what she does. So do keep before and after shots or get your testimonial letters. Next is be sure to meditate each morning for 15 to 20 minutes to bring focus and clarity to your project. Have a notebook with you at all times. I always have one in my beach bag. I have one in my car. I have one by the side of my bed, because often what we call Hemingway head, I wake up at 4 a.m. with a great idea, and if I don't write it down, I will forget it. Or I'm laying there, well, I remember this in the morning. I got to make sure I remember this in the morning. This is a really great idea. Well, by the time I keep myself awake, wondering if I'm going to remember it, I might as well just write it down, and then I can just roll over and go back to sleep. I've created many things that way. I remember writing a song for my daughter that way when she was in the singing business. I'm like, this would be great lyrics. And I just wake up and write it down. Keep the ideas flowing. When the body is calm, which is what meditation does, it lowers the cortisol, blood pressure, eases anxiety, lowers depression and blood pressure, and then increases serotonin and dopamine levels of your brain, which are your happy chemicals. So meditating every day helps your creative juices flow. You will be so much more creative when your body's in a calm state. This is why when I'm writing one of my books, I've written 7, I go away for a vacation, sometimes 4 days or a week. Last time I went away to write, it was about a year ago in Acapulco, and I wrote 100 pages of my book about trauma. Since I've been home, I have been working like a mad woman, and I have not finished that book. That's when I was launching my podcast and the live radio show, both at the same time, which is quite lofty as far as time commitments. I did 100 podcast interviews and summit interviews in the past 2 years. So my message has really been getting out there globally. Probably will need need 3 to 4 more quiet days just to finish that off. But the notebook is really important. When the body calms, creativity flows, and always think outside of the box, even when you're writing a book. Next, if you are a coach or a consultant, you are the product, and you must have personal branding, as people will be investing in your knowledge and information that you teach. Be sure to get the qualifications, the licensing, and the education and certifications that you need. Really, today the public is too smart to invest in someone not well trained, not certified, not licensed in their field. Working for yourself, I'm not saying it's easier. It's not. You have to have the 7 Ds to make sure you are making yourself successful and still have life balance, making sure you have fun. Like my weekends are my fun time. I can get my head wrapped in business Monday through Thursday. By Friday, I'll head out the door and have some fun through the weekend, or I travel around the world. Working for yourself is not easier, but it does give you flexibility. It gives you a lifestyle. Traveling's part of my lifestyle. A lot of people think I make it look so easy. Whenever I created businesses, when I created the chocolate company, the model and talent company, the coaching practice, I had another company, Ceremonies by the Sea. I am an interfaith minister, so I created that. And By the Sea Singles was a networking group for single people up in Atlantic City. And everyone's like, oh, you make it so easy. Well, it's not easy. But when you've got marketing and you're thinking outside of the box and you're excited about something and you know it's a real great service where you can be helping the world, then it becomes easier because it's exciting, right? You enjoy it. And that is the benefit of creating your own business. If you're new to business, I would suggest you go to the SCORE office. That's SCORE. It is a government-funded office in most cities. You can get free help and advice from these really great people. They're retired. They were very successful in business, and they're giving back to the community, helping people grow their business. Give you great business ideas and other information to get started. People they know, they'll write down phone numbers and say, just tell them SCORE sent you. They're a really great networking and advice center. They don't charge. It's a wonderful way to get yourself started. Seek out all ways to learn to be your best. They're going to give you ideas to do, and this will encourage you to complete them by your next meeting. You always want to set up goals. If you don't know about my goal setting system, you can read about it in my book, Live Beyond Your Dreams. And by the way, make sure you get your free chapter downloads of both my books, Live Beyond Your Dreams, From Fear and Doubt to Personal Power, Purpose, and Success, and Love Beyond Your Dreams, Break Free of Toxic Relationships to Have the Love You Deserve. There are free chapter downloads, like the first 50 or 60 pages on my website, rianamilne.com. Help yourself to those. Goal setting system will help you complete your dream job, and you want to have a goal by the time it's done. For example, writing my book, Love. That's a 400-page book. From the idea coming to me in my meditation that I must write this book, and I was kind of fighting with the divine saying, no, I just wrote a book. I don't want to write another book. This is hard work. My research was so exciting when I was finding out about love. I really needed to put it into a book, and it was part of my healing journey. But I wanted it done in 6 months because I was moving to Florida. I'm like, can I get this done in 6 months? That was my goal, and I wanted it complete. As I was moving with a moving truck out of my home from Egg Harbor Township to Florida, I'm like, the book didn't come here. I didn't finish it, but don't I show up at my townhome in Delray Beach? And there's my book leaning against the door. And I just kind of hopped around. It's like, I did it. The book is here within my move, because I didn't open the door yet of my new townhome. I did it. And it's exciting to reach the goal and be that driven and dedicated to your goal. And that's the book that went to a #1 bestseller on Amazon and is sold in Barnes & Noble stores with the Live book. And their sister books are meant to go together. One's about the mindset of success, and the other is about how to have emotionally healthy, evolved, and conscious love. I think you'll enjoy both of them. Okay, your coaching topic. This is, again, talking about the hero's journey and picking your message. Your brand is everything. You want to make sure your brand messaging is aligned and amplifies your unique gifts and the struggle that you had to overcome, which we call in the speaking business, the hero's journey. As a coach, this is very important. If you want to be in a coaching business, you don't want to teach a topic that does not really relate to you personally. Sure, anyone can research something and put it out there, but really, what sets you on fire, gets you excited? Your past pain has to become your passion and in your purpose. That's one of my saying. Thus, you will love coaching and what you do. Your clients will feel the passion of you helping them also through their painful transformation. Coaching is very personal. People hire the coach that they feel they know, they really like, and they trust, and then they really relate to them. If you go to my YouTube channel, I think I have 80 videos up there now, and I talk a lot about childhood traumas. I have a couple shows, 4 different shows coming out this week that you can always find details on my Facebook page, Coach Riana Milne, and I always give you the code that you can get into these things for free. So check them out. When people hear my story on the podcast, they're like, okay, I get why she does what she does, right? You also must do the research to bring in solid evidence to all your techniques you use to teach others to succeed. You can't just coach or teach them on a whim. The other reason why people think, oh, I'm going to be a coach because I can make good money from it, that is not the purpose. The purpose is heartfelt. The purpose is something from your soul, your psyche. That's what will drive you. And that's what helped to make you successful. People will feel that. Your heart must be connected to your coaching project and your programs. Before you do anything, make sure you have the right topic to coach. Once you have that in place, and again, I explore this with my clients, you'll need to set up a marketing plan to activate your strategies and then build out your tribe, which is your group of followers that want to be on your email list or come to your seminars or your webinars or your live speaking gigs, whatever you're doing, which is those people who would invest in learning and what you know to overcome the same problem that you had. We really want to nail down before you start anything, what is your topic? What is your message? What is your branding? And is it tied to your hero's journey, your story? Most of us have had some difficulties in our life, and either they make us grow and become fabulous and more evolved meaning being your highest and best self, and you can give back to others who are going through the pain that you did, or that trauma or difficult time can keep you down and keep you living small. The world is abundant. My God, one is made to live with full abundance, right? Whoever your divine is, your universal power, your message, you only have one life, guys. Go for it. Don't be afraid of it. And on that note, we're going to have to go to a brief break, but you are listening to Lessons in Life and Love with your global love coach, Riana Milne. Today's show is brought to you by Audible. Audible is offering our listeners a free audiobook with a 30-day trial membership. Just go to audibletrial.com/Riana and browse the unmatched selection of audio programs. Download a free title and start listening today. It's that easy. Go to audibletrial.com/Riana and get started. Why Audible? Well, Audible content includes an unmatched selection of audiobooks, original audio shows, news, comedy, and more from the leading audiobook publishers, broadcasters, and entertainers. To download your free audiobook today, just go to audibletrial.com/Riana and enjoy your free audiobook. We're back. You are listening to Lessons in Life and Love on BBM Global Network, and we are talking about creating your dream business and the different elements that it takes. Now, if you have any questions, do call me, 866-451-1451, if you want to throw an idea my way. If you have any questions on this typical topic, give me a buzz. And otherwise, if it's something more personal, just go to my website, rianamilne.com, and fill out the pop-up form and set a time to meet with me. We can do that too. Okay, moving on to online marketing and business tips. Everything is online today. I remember when I opened my model and talent company, computers were just coming out. I had a computer the size of a sewing machine, and the bottom came off, and there was a tiny little screen and the keyboard. The bottom that flipped off was a keyboard, and the screen was on the other part of the bottom of this case. That was a computer. We didn't have emails. We didn't have all these systems. It was a whole different time. We did a lot of marketing that brought awareness to my talent company. What I did was every class that came through did a graduation project, and they all usually wanted to do a fashion show. But I said, we want to give back to the community too. So they would pick a charity, a cause, cause, maybe doing it for the Humane Society or the Rape Crisis Center, whatever some people were tied to or it was important to them, we would pick a charity, sell tickets, and give it to the charity of the event. With that, we got television coverage for free, and we were in the newspaper for free. And this gave the talent opportunity to have a newspaper clipping for themselves. We got a ton of free marketing, which really helped me in business. And we were everywhere. I had this logo at the time, help yourself by helping others. When you help others, not only does it make you feel great inside and it makes you light up, you're on fire, you've got this aura, you've got this amazing, beautiful energy about yourself because you love who you are, but it's also helping someone else. And then in turn, you're feeding your business back, right? Because the marketing is out there and it's helping you to grow. Today's a different story. This is my daughter's generation. My girls are brilliant online, and I have to call them often and ask them for advice. They're great at it. It's a learning curve, of course, for someone of my generation, but you have to be marketing savvy to compete or have the dollars available to invest in someone that knows what to do. Now, when it comes to online marketing, you can get very reasonable help for like $5 at a place called Fiverr, Fivver. It's a great place to get started. You can get logos there. You can get people helping design your website. They do all kinds of things, your graphic arts, brochures, business cards, whatever you need. Fiverr is a great source. If you need help setting up Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or your Instagram page, I'm really lousy at Instagram. I keep all of them, but I needed to hire someone to set up Instagram. I do my own posting on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter all in one swoop. Then there's Pinterest. If you have a product that appeals to women, Instagram is more for those in the 20s and millennial generations. Twitter, it's a fast message going out there with a picture attached. That's how I describe it. I call it twit. LinkedIn is more business oriented, like business to business connections. And Facebook, I really like. A lot of my clients are very often 40 and up. They like Facebook. So that's one I'm most comfortable in. And my Facebook fan page is Coach Riana Milne. And I always post everything there first. If you want to get my constant listings of everything going on, that Facebook page. So those are the things you're going to need, the top 4: Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. And of course, you're going to need a website. If you go to GoDaddy.com, you can look up your domain name for free, and they say yes or no, and they give you other ideas if it's already taken. Now, as a coach, your brand is your name. Most coaches just go by their name. Mine is RianaMilne.com is my website. And then I went in, I bought a few extra that you're going to need to promote your business. For example, as a coach, my main website is my name, but I have several CTAs, meaning call to actions. And they have domains, like my free ebook is at havethelove-you-deserve.com. And lovecoachforsingles.com describes my singles group program. I have all these different domains that when I do a new project or a new program, I just go in there and pick one of those up. They're great titles, like havethelove-you-deserve.com. It's like perfect. It fits my books, Love Coach for Singles. That's what I am. I do have probably one Love Coach for Couples. I'm sure I probably bought that one. But you buy as many as you think you need for your calls to action. And these are becoming mandatory to really grow your business. What that means is you give a free gift in exchange for someone's email address, something that they could really use to help them in the niche of your calling. I do love trauma. So this ebook explains childhood trauma even more and goes deeper into the subject. So I give that away for free, and I get their email address, and they then receive my newsletter, which always is saying what's going on, where the interviews are, what summits are coming up, and they get the links for free that they can use. I also offer on my website free love tests. And if they do those, I get the interpretations and I write them back and say, would you like to meet to go over your love test? And they see where they're struggling, and then we can work together on that. The book chapter downloads is a call to action. I have a free app out on Apple at Lessons in Life and Love. It's an app as well. And 4 other items. This way, you're offering a variety of call to actions, and they're sure to choose one that they like. Some people may love apps. Somebody really might be a reader and like the ebook. book or my bigger books and go to buy those. That's a form of call to action. These don't have to be complicated in the idea, but to create them from scratch can be very complicated. I always have to hire help for that. I ask around, or some people write me on LinkedIn. Sometimes I'll talk to them. Like I have a wonderful girl from Singapore that built my Instagram and Pinterest pages because I had no idea how to do it. And she did a beautiful job for this period of time that I needed her to beef up my social media and get me launched in those areas, you see. Creating your social media, there's many free classes and webinars on how to do this and create these sites that I suggest. Also, you want to learn as much as you can as how to use them so you can be self-sufficient. You need a clear content plan to reach your audience in the most effective and authentic way for your brand and your mission. The most popular to have is this Facebook fan page, which will attract those in your niche and the age group that you're looking for. And again, Instagram really strives for those 18 to 45. LinkedIn is a must for every business person, and Twitter is used by all ages, and it's just a quick post, just a brief, what's going on, where do you go to get it, and what time. Pinterest is great if you sell a product that people can buy or get ideas from, and is used primarily by women. There are others. These are the most often used. You need to identify your ideal client, which we call an avatar. Who is that person? Are they male, female? What is their age? What is their background? What is their lifestyle? And direct all your ad and social media campaigns to that ideal client. Although you may get others to buy from you as well, you must target and promote to your niche, to your avatar, to always be heard and found on Google. Then you want to search the keyword section of Google. It'll come up with a list of your most often used search words to get to the type of service you deliver and use those words in your ads. Now, there is a new platform that came out about a month ago called Google Business. It used to be Google Plus, and they closed that down the 1st of April. So there's a Google Business page now. I have set mine up, and they do tell you, people that are finding you, what keywords they use to find you. So this is really a great help. Start using those words in your advertising and so forth. Hire a marketing pro for at least 2 to 3 months to see if it helps attract business. If in 4 months no extra clients come from that work, try another service. Or maybe that's not where your clients hear you. My clients hear me on podcasts and on my relationship summits. That's where they hear my in-depth interview that are anywhere from a half hour to an hour. And they're like, oh my God, I need to work with this lady. Because they really feel my passion. They really understand about the childhood traumas, how it impacts your life. And if you don't transform from them, they really keep you stuck in anger, negativity. This is where anxiety comes from, depression. It's the root of addictions, all of that. And I am an addictions professional as well. So I've been working in trauma for the past 20 years. And even in the schools, I worked with little children and students of traumas. You know, when people hear my work, they know I'm the one they want to work with as a coach. Facebook and Google ads could work for you as well, but the messaging and the ad design must be precise and very well done. Next, you're going to create your offers and programs. You want to create your business plan and begin building the systems and automation that are necessary for growing a 6-figure plus brand with the desired lifestyle that you want in mind. Do one product at a time, but with the end goal in mind of what total programs you wish to do. For example, this might help. I do a life and love coaching for singles and couples. The singles is my main product, okay, my main course. I have live coaching and online coaching program with a 150-page workbook that I created for my research. They were built first, so it's my workbook and my 2 books, Live and Love. That's my main product offering. And I offer 2 programs, a 90-day program, which is called my Platinum program, and a 6-month program, which is called my Diamond program. I wrote the couples workbook after that, and their online program is called Relationship Rescue. When I was doing them live in my office in Delray, I knew I was going to go global. So I had to build an academy, a school online. That is called the Life and Love Training Academy.com. Programs are there for singles and for couples in home study, which we call the mastery level. This year, I plan to create a teen and 20 life coaching program for mass marketing. I've already been doing the coaching in my office in schools for years, but have not really promoted it yet because I'm so busy with the singles and the couples work. I love working with adolescents and teens and those in their 20s that might be struggling or feeling stuck either before college or after college. It's such a huge transformational time for them. I know I am excellent in reaching these kids, and it totally turns their life around. It really makes them focus about what they want to do. It builds their confidence. They feel like they have a plan, knowing where they're going. And those that don't have a plan, this is where they get stuck, high anxiety, depressed, and maybe fall into ways of addictions. It's really important to get them help if you see them struggling. Do take baby steps and promote one program to the max, then do program 2, and then the next. However, do not burden yourself with too many offerings. You want to create your known for product or service, and then the rest can come. Plan 6 months to 1 year to create and market each offering. Otherwise, none will launch very well if you do too much. This keeps life simple and more balanced for you too. After all, the beauty of having your own business is that you are the boss. You create a work hard, play hard situation where you can schedule in vacations and well-deserved time away and enjoy your weekends. I found that solo vacation was a perfect time to write my books and my courses, where I was not interrupted much. I was not online. I was not on my phone. I just could totally focus on what I was writing. Now, a lot of people want to speak professionally. So let's go into what does that take to do that. Many people who want to be a coach or consultant want to speak. So this could include doing interviews on news media stations and on radio, which is more traditional. Back in the day, I had 3 radio shows. I had a television show also called, that was the first Lessons in Life and Love, was my TV talk show, and podcasts. So you could have your own podcast, start as being a guest and get your sea legs, get used to it, because it's really hard to launch a podcast. So you want to be a guest first so you know the process. You want to do large expert summits, workshops, speaking live from the stage. These are all forms of speaking. I did hire an expert business coach named Lisa Sachovich for a year to teach me these skills and the template for writing my speech, because I really wanted to be confident to get my professional presentation right from the beginning. Coming from an education background, I'm very big on education. You can see that. I love to teach, and which I wanted to do, but then I also didn't know how to bring in the sales portion of it. So she helped me pull that together. The speaking time is often limited when you're on a show, so you have to know how to really nail it. If they say you've got 15 minutes, you have to have a 15-minute speech ready. If it's an hour, you've got to be ready to speak for an hour and have your information, especially if it's a video interview, memorized and in what order. It's quite demanding to do it and do it well. There is an exact science to it, and you want to be great at what you do because there's just too much competition. So they always say the ultimate speech is considered the TED Talk. So if you're really serious about wanting to speak live or by interview, be sure to hire a professional speech or business coach that has speaking education. Professional speaking often comes after you have a book written as well, because then you can promote it to your audience. Then promoting and doing your online courses, they have to be written so that your audience can invest in your educational program. Authors with professional online programs are seen as experts in their field. Yes, there's much to do, and it does take many years to be considered an expert in your niche and in your field. I mean, I got certified as a life and love coach for singles and couples in 2009 and 10. Honestly, it's because I saw Obama when he was coming in and going to his form of healthcare. I said, this is the beginning of the end of my business. As a therapist in a counseling practice, I just knew it. Live Beyond Your Dreams is already written, and I did not want to come out full-time as a coach until I had my programs in place. It's a lot to do all this writing with the research. It took me several years, but meanwhile in Jersey, I started coaching my people, and they loved it. They loved my handouts. I kept giving them different handouts from my research. They're like, Riana, you got to put these in a book one day. I said, I know, that day is coming. But for the meanwhile, let's just get to the bottom of what's going on now, because let's do this worksheet and see what comes up. This is how my workbook was developed, by putting together all these wonderful worksheets and starting to coach my people in Jersey who are still on my Facebook page and still listen to my radio shows and my podcasts. It's so cool watching their transformation, and they're just still so happy in life. This stuff works, and it works over a long period of time. Once you get this transformation, you feel amazing about yourself and your lives. It's great. Just like I said, the letter I got today, I love hearing from my clients that I've helped over the years. So in order to feel not overwhelmed, you must map out what steps you're going to take first to create a solid online presence. And I want to stress a quality program. There's a lot of coaches out there, they maybe give 7 pages in a workbook and then it's just all talk. No, that's not a quality program. No, somebody that has taken the time to really put a program together, that is a coach that you want to invest in. Many people give up their dreams of a global online presence when they see all the steps. They give up. Make sure you start with the 7 Ds that I went over in last week's program and the Watch Me mindset for success, that motivational mindset. It will get you through everything you need to do every step of the way. And that is written in detail with the Watch Me attitude in the Live Beyond Your Dreams book. Okay, growing your business. Let's learn about JVs. That's called joint ventures. This is where your business friends help promote your services and then you do it in return for them. Nobody pays anybody unless you offer a referral fee if someone signs up for one of your programs, which is often done. This is part of networking, which we also call masterminding and relationship building. You can network with every podcast host that's excited about your interview. Once I interview, they don't know me very well until I do the interview with them. They're like, oh my God, that was amazing. Thank you. And I said, would you like to JV for me? And this is how it works. If I do a webinar and someone comes in from your special link, this is, again, another program you have to build. There's a certain code that they have. We know that they came in from their promotional efforts, and then you give a referral fee if someone signs up due to them promoting you and your interview. My hosts love this because a lot of those people they interview, their guests don't offer this. This will help you get your podcast out there even more. Right? This is another thinking outside of the box. You can also do JVs during webinar promotional time for a group program, which I do have a group program called Dating to Mating for singles. And when I do webinars, I do write my JVs. I think I have 80 of them now. So they are all promoting for me as well. And this helps your business really grow. Are great software tools to use to help the JV process go smoother. But again, you probably may need help in setting this up. Don't try to do JVs too early on. You must prove yourself so they want to promote you. Again, be in that expert status of having the book, the online courses, many courses that have been successful, testimonials that they can read that are easily displayed on your website. You have to have a system where all your bugs are worked out. This does take a couple years. You don't want any glitches, and you must have these testimonials that your program works well to bring the people the transformation that they need and desire. You may have to hire a staff at this point too, and you'll find many will be online professionals. Now, I just hire as I need. Like Lisa, I hired her for a year. John Lee Dumas, my podcast coach, I actually met him at a Lisa event and I hired him right there last May. So I've been working with John and his lady Kate for a year. I've hired that online Instagram, Pinterest expert because I couldn't do those. She set that up for me for about 4 months. So I hire as I need. I have a great website team. This is actually the wives of military men that do this business, and I love supporting them because my father was a colonel in the Air Force, and my nieces and nephew who are in the military, in the Army, love just supporting them, and they help me, all of that. The next step we're going to go into is called leaving a legacy, but we are running out of time already. I really love getting into this, but we will do that part next week and go into the Napoleon Hill, because he's so brilliant in his business advice. I may give you a whole show on that next week. That was a foundation. I read him many years ago, and I rebought the book. So I want to share a lot of that with you. This reading, which we call the last lesson of Lessons in Life and Love, this is by Lisa Marie Yost. The seed of greatness lies within you. Believe in yourself and your vision of the future. Keep your dreams alive despite the challenges along the way. There will always be those who will try to steal your dream by laughter or criticism. They cannot understand what drives you to always want more. In safety, there is no failure, but neither is there success. Only by taking the risks that others fear can you achieve greatness. Change can be frightening, but only by changing can you experience growth. Only by challenging yourself to do what seems impossible can you ever know how much you can achieve. There's only one key to success. Never quit until you win. It may require a lot of changing, but you can do it. The seed of greatness lives within you. Nurture it, and there can be nothing that you can't do. I love that because that's all about change and the challenge. And this, again, being Holy Week for so many around the world, I think it's such a perfect message to have shared with you. My love, Transformers, and Angels. That is all we have time for today. I really thank you for tuning in to Lessons in Life and Love tonight, every Monday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Please do tell your friends who you love and care about to join us next week, too. And I appreciate you sharing the love and helping me change the way the world loves. Do take a moment and give me a 5-star rating on the platform of your choice and post a comment on what you liked about the show and what else you'd like to learn about in upcoming episodes of Lessons in Life and Love with me, your coach, Riana Milne. Do send me your questions also at lessonsinlifeandloveshow@gmail.com and reach out for that Life and Love discovery session during the week at rianamilne.com. Okay, Transformers, be sure to join me next week, Monday nights on BBM Global Network, Channel 100 at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And as always, I am here to help you create the life that you desire and to have the love that you deserve. God bless and have a fabulous week.
We want to thank you for joining us on this episode of Lessons in Life and Love with Coach Riana Milne. Your personal journey of life and love transformation has only just begun. Go to rianamilne.com for more resources. And if you're really ready to take action to improve your life or love situation, apply now for a Life and Love Transformation Discovery Session with Riana, a $500 value. Just contact Riana with your questions and to tell her your story at rianamilne.com. And remember, it's time to have the life you desire and the love you deserve.